Hey everybody, what's going on? Froggy Socks here. Nothing to say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Blah blah blah. I wanted to do a quick video, just a little Sunday market chat on the overall markets and why I don't think there's going to be a horrible world-ending cataclysmic market crash like everybody else is saying. I was saying I would like to see the SPY down to 330, the pre-pandemic high, because before the pandemic, the markets were healthy. We were coming up on a consistent graded scale. Everything was pretty well balanced. Pandemic hit, boom, we crashed. Everybody bought in as much as they could during that time, and everybody was getting pandemic money. Got it pulled up right here. This is when we started getting stimulus checks, when retail really started getting into the market, right in this range right here. And it pumped the stock market like crazy. It inflated it and caused a massive bubble. We had a couple little dips, boom, boom. You know, there were some inconsistencies in the market, elections, whatever was going on. And then we started running. We started doing a really good upward trend on the S&P and most other indexes until the pandemic crash, bam. And we came back down to 210, which we had hit before in certain instances, like in 2018, right? So we crashed. Got new money in. This is all retail right here. Pump, 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 pump. Insane market rebound, all-time highs, blah, blah, blah. And then we peaked. And now everybody's over leveraged. All the banks have been selling securities they didn't own. This entire stretch from here to here was them selling securities they didn't own, in my opinion. There was not enough stocks to go around for everybody that was joining the market. So we overinflated and we have this bubble. Now we have shorts, market makers, and other entities who don't own real shares fighting the market, trying to crush it back down because they have to figure out what to do with all this money. This is trillions of dollars right here that they sold, that they don't have any stocks to give to you. You own IOUs. That's what's absolutely crazy about it. So this is why I think this big flash crash isn't coming unless, say, Putin nukes somebody, we have another war, we have another pandemic, aliens come down, then we're going to see a market crash. There is enough retail money in the market, trillions of dollars of retail money in the market that is not over leveraged. And that's why I wrote this tweet right here that I will read right now. I don't think a market crash is coming like people think. Inflation was manufactured when American energy production was side-railed, causing high food, fuel, and by trickle effect, rent, housing prices. Inflation can be curbed by energy production, meaning interest rates would drop. When rates have to drop due to economic recovery, they will finally be forced to let our economy grow, and in turn, silver and gold will see a boom. Stocks will have a massive rebound, crushing shorts in any meme stock positions, with that CEO Adam having a bank full of APE shares can raise the total AMC theaters debt or more in a few days. The economy was stunted by bad energy policies and extremely corrupt market-making practices of selling securities not yet purchased, payment for order flow, and dark pool abuse. We all know about that. Apart from a natural disaster, war, Putin, nuclear potential, or aliens, I think the market is about to see a recovery that even the Fed, Treasury, and market makers can't stop. Retail has trillions of dollars of unleveraged cash in the stock market, and the companies it's owed to, AMC, GME, BBIG, Hycroft Mine, APE, etc., are going to be absolute powerhouses in 2023. So think of this. This entire time, all this retail money, most of it went into meme stocks. All the meme stocks are down. There's no way. How does the market, how does the SPY go from 325 to 474 and is still holding above 357, yet our meme stocks are at all-time lows? It's because they've sold securities they do not own. That's why you see Doug Sifu out in the Twitter sphere tweeting it out from Boston, talking about he doesn't understand the markets, talking about retail has been bamboozled by Adam Aron and blah, blah, blah. Why is a multimillionaire billionaire so worried about where we put our lunch money? Why do they care about what stocks we hold if they're bad companies? If they're bad companies and we invest in it, they should go out of business and we should lose our money. That's the end of story. They're upset with us because we have our unlevered cash in these companies, of which the market makers sold us securities of that do not exist, meaning they owe us an IOU and they know they're busted. What they do is they sell you a stock of AMC, They don't own it. It goes to Robinhood. Robin says, here's your stock. It's really an IOU. And then Robinhood lends it out to a hedge fund. And now that hedge fund is naked short and has no idea. Everybody's about to get their hair cut off, baby, like big time. And that's why I'm saying I don't think a market crash is coming. I think what'll happen is these big institutions are going to be forced to unwind. They have to. The only way to fix this market is for these market makers, brokers, and naked shorts to unwind their positions, and it's going to happen quick. And when they do, all the cash that is owed to our companies is going to go flooding into the market, right? All those trillions of dollars of unleveraged cash are going to hit our stocks. Our stocks are going to pump. Some of the stocks in the market will go sideways or they'll be liquidated, like stocks like Facebook and Netflix, who had basically a bubble because institutions were overinvested in them. They're unwinding. They're going down. Facebook could probably see another, in my opinion, another 30% downside. These long companies, the institutions love, the tech companies are going down and meme stocks are going to go up, but the market is going to be able to recover because midterms are right around the corner. I do not care if you're left or right. It doesn't matter. But it does look like conservatives and Republicans are going to take over the House and the Senate. It looks very, very like it's probably going to happen. So what are they going to do when they get in the House? What are they going to do? The first thing they do, they're going to put Nancy Pelosi out. She will no longer be speaker. They're going to be done with that. They'll vote her out. They'll put a new speaker in, and the House and the Senate are going to pass legislation for energy independence. They are going to kick back up energy production in the United States, and it's going to cause our prices to drop. Prices go up. Everything in the economy will go up in price if fuel goes up in price. Fuel is the backbone of the inflation that we're facing right now, which was manufactured. It's manufactured inflation, which is basically a forced tax. What they did was they gave all this money to us over the pandemic. Well, they want it back. So what do? They make inflation go up. They make all our prices go up by messing with supply and demand in the consumables chain. Everything we consume, food, fuel, lumber, products, underwear, it doesn't matter. So all our prices are going up. Guess what happens when these corporations make all this money? They got to pay more in tax. We are out buying things, but they tell us the economy is falling apart, but people are out buying shit, man. So what they're going to do is they're going to boost fuel economy, or not economy. They're going to boost fuel production after midterms. Fuel supply is going to increase, meaning price will come down because supply will start meeting demand. Boom. And then everything will come down in price and we'll have more money in our pockets again, meaning we're going to invest even more in the market, meaning the market is going to have a growth period coming up very soon. The S&P, I wanted it to go to 330, and I think shorts did too. I thought it was. I got out of my puts because I realized it's meeting really, really good resistance around the 362 level, 350 level. It's just meeting resistance there. And if you notice the S&P, you have this nice little pattern going on here. You got a big pump, a little pump, a big pump, a little pump, a big pump, and we're getting our little pump right now, meaning I think the SPY is about to have a run back up to this trend line. They're going to try to push it back up to this trend line, which could put us around 390, 400 on the SPY. And if it does, our stocks are going to go freaking crazy, man. That is my theory. Don't take my word for it. I'm just talking about basics and supply and demand and economy, which I think is all based on fuel production, which is going to be big coming up in 2023. Now, the other thing with supply and demand is we all see what's going on with AMC, our stock, and APE. There's three things going on here. One, Adam Aron sold all 425 million or more APE, which is why we had an 80% price reduction. And he raised a bunch of cash. Or two, he didn't sell any APE, and he's sitting back watching the market makers destroy our stock on purpose because he's got the DOJ and SEC watching them specifically, which is funny because we just saw that article about how Gary Gensler wants to go after market makers for illegally selling securities they don't own and naked short selling, all that stuff, in an article from Politico where they by name mentioned Ken Griffin and Citadel, not to mention Robinhood and Charles Schwab too. So that's a really big deal. I think we have hit bottom. I think we're going to see great recovery coming forward. And if Adam Aaron comes out during earnings and says, I have not sold any APE, and if, say this, he says, I've only sold 100 million APE to raise cash to pay off a certain bond. They are going to be caught in their scheme of naked short selling, of selling phantom shares, and everything they've done to APE within the past 30 days, not to mention the 43 million FTDs that were intentional, which is a violation of the 1934 Securities Exchange Act and Reg Show 201, 203, 204, 10B21, 203, 5B, I think, multiple infractions, multiple fines. But if you are caught intentionally manipulating stock prices, there is prison time behind that. So that's my thesis, guys. I think we're going to see a rebound in the market. This big green candle right here after it double bottom is a really good sign to me. Unless there's some world-ending news that comes out, I think we're going to see growth next week. I think we're going to start seeing market recovery. I think APE is going to recover, AMC is going to recover, and Adam Aaron is going to come out with some news on APE very soon. I think he's going to come out during the earnings call. November 8th is when it's supposed to be, which, funny enough, is the same time as the midterm elections. You have a Hycroft Mine gold NFT due to us this month. He's got the potential to raise billions, and it's self-brokered, meaning he can make deals through City Global for bona fide offers at negotiated rates, meaning he's not selling it at the market. If he was selling it at the market, we would see volume. We're not seeing any volume on APE apart from 10 to 12 million. What were we at just the other day when we had a green day? It was only 18 million. So if he was selling APE, how come we're only having like these 8, 10, 12 million volume days? That would mean he's only sold 100 million if he did. And if he did, it wouldn't cause an 80% price drop. Either way. Crazy that we only got 60, 70 people in the live stream today. It's pretty weird. Either way, man, thank you for coming, the guys that did come. I know the title, it doesn't say AMC, so a lot of people probably didn't click on it. But this is super important. This is an overall market analysis on what is going to happen with AMC and APE in the future. It's going to directly affect it because we have more cash, supposedly in AMC and investor money, unlevered cash, than any other company on the planet. So let me grab these comments. Rand, sup? Hoops Dad OC, shout out Spence for the constant updates. What's up, man? You're always in here. I appreciate you, man. Ayo, isn't a real fast unwind a crash? Nah, a crash. Go look at 2008. The flash crash is what we did. This SPY doing what it's doing. This is not a crash. This isn't a crash. If this was a crash, we would have went straight down right to this level. They're feeding it and floating it and trying to fluff it and keep it from doing. If it would have just went boom, well, shorts would have been screwed. Everybody would have been screwed. So, don't we pay big corporate taxes by donating to the children cancer donation? What is that? I don't even know what that means, man. I'm not sure what that means. I don't pay any taxes when I donate to St. Jude. I get a tax credit. Jimmy Oop, Sunday Chill, what's up, man? Twitter and YouTube are suppressing your channel. Oh, God, I know that, man. Dude, Maya? Yeah, I was shadow banned on Twitter the other day, and after I made a couple videos on YouTube the past couple days, my channel has slowly come down after I made that video that got 18,000 views. But it's okay, man. If you guys could do me a favor, please like, sub, and share these out, and we'll beat up the algorithms, and we'll be fine. Free Kekistan, press like, please. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Hypnotic Monkey. Yeah. Throw Gorilla up in the chat if you think we're going to see some green on APE next week. Just throw Gorilla up in the chat. Shad, what about the tweet from AA the other day about paying off the loan, pushing out 27? Okay, so yeah, Adam Aaron's tweet. This is good. I'll break it down for you guys. Too many people are assuming what he said because they don't know how to read between the lines. I got a feeling that all my followers in here get it, though. Yesterday, AMC took a very important step. Our new APE preferred equity units gave us the confidence, not the money. He didn't say he sold APE units to pay it off. He may have, but that's not what he's saying. He said gave us the confidence to pay off $106 million in debt. Took $400 million of new debt due 2027, replacing $506 million due in 2023. Reducing debt and extending maturities is vital. So what he did was they either A, paid $106 million in cash out of the war chest because they know they can re-raise it because they have APE ready to go. We had $1 billion in the war chest. He took $106 million, paid off the part of the debt that may have had restrictive covenants on it, right? So he paid $106 million off, and they refied new debt for $400 million, replacing the old $506 that was due 2023. Now, the best part of this is he refied it with euro and pound, English pound, right? The UK pound. The beauty of it is the pound and the euro were at an all-time low when he did it. So he just made money up like a 15% discount on a medium type of, I guess, arbitrage between currencies. He could go back, or he did that. He refied it, right, to the UK pound. He took that debt, refied it to the UK pound for $400 million, and used $106 million US dollars cash at an all-time high to pay off UK currency that was at an all-time low. So he did a really good job. And people are misassuming that he sold APE and paid it off with APE. Don't forget, we still had $1 billion in the war chest from the last capital raise. So this is great. He may have reduced a covenant. When he refied, he probably renegotiated and took some covenants away. Again, we also have the Linda Lau lawsuit being settled in November, I believe on November 9th. We have the bonds that are callable November 7th. We have APE available to raise a limitless amount of cash through negotiated rates. And he just refied debt for Odeon to set them up for the next 5 years. So it's really good stuff. The key is going to be, did he sell APE into the open market or did he not? If he didn't, we have proof of market manipulation through FTDs and phantom shares being sold out into the open market. You guys saw the polls. Every poll I ran for APE or AMC, whether it be how many do you own or how many have you DRS, came out to close to the same average shares per shareholder, which was 1,780 to 2,400. In between that range is the average shares per shareholder. We did a poll on here too. So we're not worried about proving phantom shares anymore. We know they exist. We know they sold more securities of AMC than existed. So what will happen, just like on June 6th, Adam Aron knew they sold more AMC than was currently legally issued. He diluted AMC, which allowed for originating buying pressure to turn the phantom shares they sold us, the IOUs, and resurrect them into real shares with buying pressure, offsetting the phantom share naked shorting selling pressure. When you sell a share that doesn't exist, there's no buying pressure that originated the share, meaning it's pure selling pressure. When you sell a new share into the market and that market maker buys it and resurrects that phantom share with it, you then get the buying pressure offsetting the selling pressure, fixing supply and demand. APE is a pure 100% simple case of broken supply and demand. This is what happens when there's unlimited supply, even with massive demand. APE is going to recover. They shorted it down to nothing because they thought Adam Aron was just going to sell shares out onto the open market. That's not what he's doing. He is selling shares at negotiated rates and bona fide offers through City Global that has to be approved by the board. And when it is, the shares are released from ComputerShare to be delivered in blocks, in lots, which means they have to go to the dark pool. So if he did sell shares, they are legally sitting on the dark pool right now, meaning they have to be offloaded into the open market at some point in time. If they do not offload those legal shares, they are violating every single Securities Act ever written. And Gary Gensler will have the means and the right to shut down the dark pools. That's my thesis, everyone. Anyways, quick Sunday video. Please like, sub, share it on Reddit, share it on YouTube, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Truth Social, share it everywhere, guys. Just remember this. These millionaires and billionaires that were harassing us on Twitter this week because they're mad about where we put our lunch money, billionaires and millionaires don't give a shit about you unless you have something they want. And I'm telling you right now, they want you to sell your AMC, your GME, your APE, your BBIG, your Highcroft. They want you to sell it. They are in trouble. They are over leveraged, and that's why they're crawling out from under their little shadowy rocks with the earthworms and the bugs, harassing people on Twitter. It's crazy, guys. Let me take the rest of these comments, and then I'm going to kick off and finish my coffee. Joel Dawes, you're a smart guy. I like what you were saying about all this. AMC, HYMC, I hope you're right with the APE. I hope I am too, man. And everybody, remember, I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you what to hold. I'm not telling you. I am putting my thesis out online to see if you agree or disagree, which opens up conversation, which leads to the truth. Open conversation always leads to the truth. Thank you for the comment. Jim Oob, I'm from Europe, Finland, and my broker won't let me buy APE. Yes. So what's going on with APE in Europe is the actual European exchanges are saying that they can't identify what APE actually is. And at some point, I believe the Frankfurt Exchange said, we can't allow the sale of APE because you haven't put these organizational documents and registration documents in German. Our boy, Tim from Germany, he's staying up on it, keeping the German apes and the European apes informed. The European and German apes, UK, Germany, Finland, Sweden, Italy, wherever you're at, guys, the whole spectrum, you guys need to unite. You need to get on a platform and unite into a big group of European, Asian, whatever apes, get them all together, the continental apes of Europe and Asia, and start informing your exchanges of what's going on and that you want to buy APE. But I do believe it's basically legal jargon, mumbo jumbo, technicalities is why the European exchanges won't sell APE. Hypnotic Monkey, we got some gorillas in the chat. Patty Wagner, Evan Daniels, thank you. Hoopsdad, any chance of Highcroft Mine selling AMC brand and 1 ounce bars? I would love that. So Diane Garrett, Dr. Garrett did say that they do want to have an online store. And I will tell you right now, if Highcroft Mine opens up an online store, I see this happening. AMC APE squeeze, I cash out, interest rates come down, silver and gold go through the roof. So as soon as AMC and APE produce some profits, man, I'm going straight into silver and gold. And if I can buy it from Highcroft, I'm buying it from Highcroft. PC, Wen Moon. Yeah, I don't know. Wen Moon, man, you tell me. Joel Dawes, I am with you on all this stuff. Thank you. Hoopsdad, silver. Yeah, I'm going to be into silver heavy after this. Shad, the news sounds bullish. Yeah, I think it all is, man. This is my opinion, but I mean, supply and demand in Economic 101. If they start producing more fuel after midterms in America, it's going to help the global economy. Inflation's going to go down across the board. Hypnotic, keep up the work, Spence. Have you think about what I messaged you on your previous vid and DRS. I'll take a look. I don't know if I saw it. I get so many, dude, I never expected to do this, you guys. I get so many DMs, I can't even filter through them all. Like when AMC and APE is done, I might pop on every now and then to say hi and see how you guys are doing, but I don't plan on continuing to stream about other stocks after this. It's a lot of work. What is your opinion on AMC Bigums? Do you listen? I think Bigums has good DD on phase 6 and stuff like that. You 100% you should be pulling your money out of ISDABanks. I 100% agree with that. If he would just draw back on trying to, everything that's happening is not because of phase 6, and he's kind of coming after some apes in a really bad way, like just these attacks, these random attacks. I don't know. He does get DD. I know a lot of people like him. I don't have a personal opinion on it or not. I think as long as he keeps pushing education on phase 6 and Cat 5 and Cat 6 and stuff like that, good for him. The science works debate. Ruben, it's a complex instrument, so you need to get approved to trade. Complex instrument depends on the bank. Finnish guy, try using Swedbank. It's tradable. Oh, you guys are talking about European brokers. You guys all need to get together in a group chat, man, and be like, okay, where can we buy APE? And figure it out, and then everybody in Europe will know. You guys all got to get together, man. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got. Hope you liked the video. Please like, sub, share the hell out of it. It's really important, man. And this just proves that if you don't put clickbait in the title, you don't get as many views, which is really sad. That's why you guys got to share these out, because the importance of understanding where the market is and how inflation is going to work with the new political spectrum coming up in Congress, in the House and the Senate. We're going to see these beautiful rebounds if my thesis is correct, which I think it is. I mean, I'm degreed in this stuff. I took multiple economic business class. I got a degree in business management. So I think I'm right. And in that, if I am, this is going to help you not fall for the FUD that these market maker virtue CEO billionaires are putting out on Twitter under like these Twitter accounts. Like, why are they on Twitter talking to random apes on a Saturday night when they should be out enjoying their money? It's because they ain't got none. Just like I always say, please, somebody tell Melvin Capital to take capital out of their name because they don't have any. Either way, you guys have a great Sunday, man. Enjoy your lives. Be happy. Don't stress out. Everything's going to be cool. I think we're set up for a really bullish rebound. Have a good one. Froggy Stonks.